Where do Americans move to Canada? If you're an American thinking about moving to Canada, it may be challenging to decide which Canadian city to call home. You may be surprised to learn that many of Canada's most popular cities have quite a bit in common with destinations in America: Toronto and Chicago. Despite being located in different countries, Toronto and Chicago have quite a bit in common. Toronto is Canada's largest city and the fourth largest city in North America, while Chicago is the fifth largest city in North America. Both cities are major economic centers and boast thriving business districts with diverse populations and multicultural neighborhoods. Both cities also showcase iconic skylines with high-rise buildings and stunning architecture that can take anyone's breath away. In addition, Toronto and Chicago share a passion for sports, with several professional franchises finding a home in both cities. Whether you prefer to cheer for the Chicago Cubs or the Toronto Blue Jays, both cities make an ideal home for sports enthusiasts. If you're someone who enjoys the big city feel of Chicago and doesn't mind braving cold weather in the winter, Toronto may be the perfect Canadian home for you. Vancouver and Seattle. Vancouver and Seattle are two cities that share a unique bond due to their close proximity to each other. Both cities are nestled on the Pacific coast, and their proximity to the water influences their climates and lifestyles. Unlike most other Canadian cities, Vancouver has a relatively temperate climate, similar to that of Seattle. This means quite a bit of rain, particularly between October and March, so don't forget your umbrella. Vancouver and Seattle have thriving downtown cores with a wide range of attractions, including museums, theaters, and live music venues. They both share a love for coffee, outdoor activities, and sustainability. If you're looking for a place like Seattle that blends city life with natural wonders, Vancouver can offer you the best of both worlds. Montreal and New Orleans. While it's difficult to find an American city that is an exact match for Montreal's charm and character, New Orleans has several similarities. Both cities are known for their love of music, art, and cuisine, with festivals and events that celebrate these passions throughout the year. Montreal is known for its European influence, with a distinct French culture that can be seen in its architecture, language, and food. Similarly, New Orleans is famous for its unique blend of French, Spanish, and African cultures. Whether you're exploring the streets of Montreal's Old Port or strolling through the French Quarter in New Orleans, you can't help but be swept up in the energy and vibrancy of these two iconic cities. Although these cities are similar in some ways, it's important to note that Montreal is significantly larger than New Orleans, with a population of 4.3 million in Montreal compared to only 1 million in New Orleans. Montreal has also been known to experience long, cold winters which vary significantly from New Orleans' warm and humid climate. If you like New Orleans' unique culture and charm, but crave the energy of big city life, Montreal may be the perfect place for you. Calgary and Denver. Calgary and Denver are two cities that share many similarities, particularly when it comes to their outdoor lifestyles and mountainous landscapes. Both cities are nestled in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, offering residents access to some of the best outdoor recreational activities in North America. Both cities also have strong economies. With Alberta being home to 95% of Canada's oil reserves, jobs in mining, construction, engineering, and a plethora of related industries thrive in the province's biggest city. Calgary and Denver are also known for their friendly and welcoming communities, making them great places to call home. If you're a fan of Denver and the numerous outdoor opportunities it provides its residents, Calgary may be the best Canadian city for you. Ottawa and Washington, D.C. Ottawa, the capital of Canada, and Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, have quite a bit in common, particularly when it comes to their political significance and rich history. Both cities are home to some of the most iconic landmarks and government institutions in their respective countries, such as the Parliament buildings in Ottawa and the White House in Washington, D.C. Both cities also offer a wealth of cultural attractions, including museums, art galleries, and theaters. Additionally, both Ottawa and Washington, D.C. are known for their beautiful architecture, with many historic buildings and monuments that reflect their national heritage. Ottawa will make a great home for anyone who appreciates the charm and history that cities like Washington, D.C. have to offer. Victoria and Charleston. If you're a fan of Charleston, South Carolina, then look no further than Victoria, BC for your new Canadian home. These two coastal cities both offer charming historic districts and scenic waterfronts. The inner harbor of Victoria and the Battery of Charleston both provide stunning views of the water, as well as access to water-based activities such as boat tours and kayaking. Both cities are also known for their culinary scene, with a focus on fresh, locally sourced seafood and farm-to-table dining. Additionally, both Victoria and Charleston have a laid-back atmosphere and a strong connection to their natural surroundings, with many parks and gardens dispersed throughout the cities. If you're smitten with Charleston's laid-back vibe and undeniable charm, Victoria will surely steal a piece of your heart as well. Edmonton and Minneapolis. Edmonton and Minneapolis are two cities that are more similar than you might think, and they've got the malls to prove it. In addition to boasting North America's two largest shopping centers, these two cities also share a climate that varies between frigid winters and warm summers. But don't worry, they've got plenty of indoor attractions to keep you entertained no matter the weather, including world-class museums, galleries, and theaters. Both cities also take great pride in their history and heritage, with numerous sites and museums dedicated to showcasing their unique stories. If you're content to stay inside and shop till you drop during the winter, Edmonton is a great destination to consider for your move to Canada.